If you are starting or growing a nonprofit organization, there's one thing you do not want to skip doing, and that is your theory of change. If you've ever felt like your nonprofit's goals were easy for you to understand, but hard to explain to other people, or maybe funders keep asking you how your programs are making an impact, that is where a theory of change is going to come in handy. A well thought out theory of change is going to heavily influence whether your nonprofit or social impact organization is able to get the resources or funding or support that it needs to make the impact that you want to make. Think of a theory of change as kind of like a roadmap. It's going to show the path that your organization follows from its activities to its long-term impacts, and it's going to connect all those dots in between. You'll see examples that include inputs, or what you're investing into the work, activities, what you're actually doing, outputs, which is your short-term deliverables, and your outcomes, which can be short or long-term. You might have seen something called a logic model, and they can look similar, but the difference is a logic model is going to basically show the sequential steps that your organization takes from input to outcome, but a theory of change is meant to show the causal relationship between these steps. So because your nonprofit did X, it led to Y outcome. This is really important because you want to be able to demonstrate as a nonprofit leader that your organization is needed for a reason. If it didn't exist, these outcomes might not occur. So being able to show the causality between these things is what's really key here in a theory of change. Let's say that your ultimate goal as a nonprofit is to make sure that no child goes to bed hungry in your city. Your theory of change diagram is basically going to spell out not only what you plan to do to make that vision a reality, but it's also going to show the evidence and the hypothesis that supports why you think your plan is going to work. It helps you measure your impacts. So if you can get really clear on what the most important outcomes are for your mission in order to reach that long-term vision, the example I gave was a city in which no child goes to bed hungry, reaching that. If you can get really clear on what to measure, you're going to be really great at things like grant writing or your funding requests. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, because that really helps us get the word out to more change makers and reach more people in their social good work. I hope you found this valuable and helpful. I'll see you later. I'm Amber Melanie Smith. Bye bye.